the clip bag empties. You asked to see the ball, so they sent me, y'all.
Aaron Collins, what's up, bro? Are you satisfied with Boots Matchroom opponents for a fight so far? No, but like I was saying, Darren, I understand how it happened. Like, all right. So if we gonna go through him, Crowley, it was supposed to be Crowley at first. Crowley shouldn't even been the mandatory at that point because Crowley turned down the fights 2 times before that. When you turn down the championship fight, you're supposed to get dropped down in the rankings or out the rankings altogether. The fact that he turned the fight down 2 times while they were both under PBC, he shouldn't even been there. But he got the master and they was trying to make that a mandatory. Okay. He had to fall out because he had the problem with the eyes. They allow Evanesian to be a replacement, but even though they allowed him to be a suitable replacement because he was in the rankings, they didn't count it as a mandatory. Cool. So he ended up still being on the hook for a mandatory, which they made Karen, the guy that he 12 old. Is that his fault? No, that's the IBF being on weird shit. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, I got my brother Carbon 12.
Clip, man. Tell me something, baby. Tell me something.
What's the word? I'm just breaking this shit down right now for Darren Collins. He asked me, am I satisfied with Boots for matchroom opponents so far? So I'm just breaking that shit down for him right now. So
I'm
right now I'm
answering.
on Karen. So right now I'm on Karen. So no,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? He got stuck with that mandatory. I don't know why the it would make him a mandatory after he swept him 12, you know what I'm saying, 12 zip. I understand Karen did go streaking after that Boots loss. He had like 3 fights in a row. One was against Harry Scarf, you know what I'm saying, who's a big guy over there in the UK and shit. So he ended up doing what he did with him and shit. Then staying honest, I am happy with that because that's what he always wanted in the first place. Championship unifications. He made that very clear. That's what he wanted. We all know what happened with Brian Norman. We all see how they had Barrios in the fucking protection program. And after you saw what Ryan Garcia did to him, can you really, you know what I'm saying? Can you really fault PBC for wanting to keep him away from Boots? We all know what would have happened. So we understand what happened with the WBO and the WBC. Stanionis was man enough to put that WBA on the line. He got that shit taken. He got a nice check. He got sent home to his baby, not too fucked up, because his corner was smart enough to throw in the towel. Lima, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Eddie has Boots on his fucking schedule where when he's available, no one else is available. And I don't like that shit. Hope and that's also why I'm happy that he's been sitting out this long, because it honestly lines up with Josh Kelly and Xander. But to not get off the point of what you're asking, Lima already made it very clear. I didn't want Lima. Nobody in Philly wanted Lima. None of us were jumping for joy for that. But I understood it was a necessary process to get him to where he's at now. He came in first fight at 154. You know what I'm saying? It was another pack house at, formerly the Wells Fargo Arena, now Xfinity Mobile. He did what he did what he was supposed to do. Came in WBA interim. Now he's supposed to be in line for a title shot. What I want is shout out Mill from YSM. He put out that the reason no mandatories was called for the WBC interim with Virgil or the WBA interim with Boots is because DAZN really wanted this Boots versus Virgil fight. So DAZN asked for the WBC and WBA not to call no mandatories. Now that it's evident that fight's not gonna happen, that shit's out the window. And now I feel like the WBA need to call for that
Mm-hmm.
fight to happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So no, honestly, I haven't been happy with the way it went, but I understand why it went the way that it went. And yeah,